The Venturer is a medium defense ship that doubles as a utility ship. It specializes in breaking enemy armor. Its primary armament is its mining laser and armor breaker. The Venturer's key abilities are its shield boy, healing pulse, and the armor breaker skill shot. Understanding how armor works in fractured space is the key to understanding how good the Venturer really is. Overlooked because it is a starter ship, the Venturer has one of the best abilities in the game, Armor Breaker. Armor Breaker is an ability that does no hull damage, but hits an armor face for 5000 damage. To put this in perspective, at the time this guide was made, the highest armor face of any ship was 4000. In one shot, this repurposed Russian mining ship will instantly destroy any armor facing in the game, exposing that sweet enemy hull. Healing Pulse and the Shield Boy confirms the Venturer's role as an escort utility ship. Healing Pulse heals allied ships around the Venturer and deals a small amount of damage to small craft like bombers and missiles. Shield Boy is a deployable that mitigates damage for allied ships within its radius. The Venturer's primary weapon is its mining laser, which has good range and hits its target instantly. It has a battery of plasma missiles, which are great for harassing enemy stealth ships. The Venturer has good hull and armor values, allowing it to hold its own in a fight. Thanks to its healing pulse, damage mitigation, and armor breaker ability, the Venturer is a great escort ship. As an escort, you follow key ships to the front line that are fighting for objectives. You provide screening fire and support for them as needed. Your healing pulse repairs ally ships for 20% of their maximum HP. It also damages enemy missiles and small craft. Use it to turn the tide of a fight. The Shield Boy should be deployed in key areas of the map where fighting is destined to occur. Places like mines and forward bases are good examples of where to deploy the Shield Boy. Try to place it close to cover in order to make sure it's difficult for enemies to hit. It reduces damage by 33% for ally ships within its radius. Shield Boy is especially important in Gamma fights, so try to make sure it's off cooldown for Gamma. Your solid DPS and armor breaker ability allows you to make serious contributions to frontline assaults. The Venturer's hit scan laser and its plasma missiles make it a natural stealth ship counter. Ships like the Ghost and Black Widow will have a very hard time escaping a Venturer, thanks to its plasma damage. Plasma weapons do damage over time, preventing stealth ships from recloaking during the plasma burn. Heavily armored ships are great targets for the armor breaker skill shot. On hit, armor breaker will instantly destroy a facing of armor on any ship currently in fractured space. This is especially useful against slow moving heavy ships like the Colossus and Destroyer. With effective follow-up from your mining laser and a live fire, even some of the highest HP ships are good targets. While the Venturer is a very capable combat ship, you should avoid open spaces on the map. Thanks to Russian design ingenuity, the Venturer is shaped like a bun and is as slow as a tractor. As a result, you are often a primary target for enemy ships. Do not get caught out in the open alone. Sniper ships, like the Guardian and Watchman, are incredibly effective against the Venturer. Use asteroids, mines, the Gamma base or friendly large ships as cover. Generally it is a bad idea to attack fast moving light ships. However, these targets can be attacked if they are slowed by allies, or are harassing the ships you are escorting. Due to its slow speed, you don't want to be chasing fast enemy ships around the map. Upgrades for the Venturer are situational. If the enemy has a stealth ship, or your team needs additional damage, an attack upgrade is a good choice. If you find you are taking a lot of hits, a level of defense might be required. Finally, if you are the only healer on your team, a level of utility will allow you to use healing pulse more often. Again, thanks to its versatility, there are multiple viable loadouts for the Venturer, and they are all situational. The plasma cutter will ensure stealth ships will never recloak if they dare show their face in your range. Otherwise, you take the heavy mining laser for higher DPS. For your secondary, the only viable choice is the armor breaker. If you can't land this critical skill, you must practice. The other two variants are pointless. Never use them unless they are buffed in future versions. Ideally you select the default healing pulse for the best heal. However, if there are a lot of maneuverable ships on your team, you could consider the other two options. Your default plasma missiles are fine. However, if you are against a stealth ship, you should select the ion plasma missiles for extra stealth salt. The default shielding buoy will work just fine. If your team knows what they are doing, you should select the ion shielding buoy. It gives allies that enter its radius a damage reduction buff for 5 seconds, even if they leave it. This is great for small ships that rely on high maneuverability. In conclusion, the Venturer excels at escorting key ships and fighting to hold important strategic points. Use one of the best abilities in the game to completely decimate armor facings of any ship you hit.